What's up, tubers? Welcome back to the channel. Got another what's in the box video for you. Today we're working with the Tamiya 124 scale Skyline Gtr. Pretty stoked on this one. I went into the hobby shop the other day just to grab some paint. Saw this thing on the shelf. It was marked at $18. Oh my gosh, yes please. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wait a second, a full motor kit for 18 bucks? That can't be right. So I took it up to the front, and apparently some new hire had mismarked everything. The guy even kind of grumbled, said, man, the guy doesn't know the difference between list and cost. So, you know, whatever. They were gracious enough to let me have it at that price. Frequent flyer program, I guess. I'd spend a fair amount of money in that store. So I'm gonna crack this thing open and take a look at it, and you come along for the ride. Pretty stoked on this thing. Most all of the Tamiya kits that I built have been just stellar, absolutely stellar. And they come with these interesting tips and tricks, tech tips, you know, for sanding and cutting and nipping, and you know, kind of helpful for people that maybe have never built a model before. And then this one has painting and marking details for, you know, a lot of people are really serious about where everything goes in these kits and like keeping them, you know, true to form. The manuals are also really nicely laid out, nice details, crisp, sharp, easy to read, easy to understand. Placement of things, where decals go, what should be cut and glued and not glued. And they also have, most of them I found, I don't see one in this one, they have, they're good manuals. They're really good manuals, comparatively speaking to some of the other kits that look like a caveman drone. So let's get right into the body. We're not going to be using this. Well, maybe we will for the tires, but most of these, the Tamiya kits have been stapled shut, so I just kind of pop the staple and take a look. And it just, wow, man, this is such a good looking car. That body looks really nice. Nice, good, crisp details, good deep panel lines, nice markings, logos. That Skyline is recessed, so that will be able to pull out with some paint really well. It's a good looking kit. Pretty stoked about this one, especially for 18 bucks. And then I noticed when I was looking at the tires, I'll crack this open, and oh man, you might notice I have a brand new mat, new kit, new day. Somebody had mentioned my other one was getting kind of dirty, so you know, whatever, they're cheap. Wow, that is a good looking tire. Nice detail and treads, and soft rubber, good wide, low profile. Those are going to look pretty sick on these wheels. I haven't decided a color yet. You know, we'll get to that. But, oh my gosh. Yeah, brap, all the braps. So it's a right-hand drive only. Really good details on the dashboard, on the console, and everywhere else for that matter. Nice four-way discs with some, again, good crisp details on the calipers. Can't make that out if it's a manufacturer name or not. But it looks nice. Looks really nice. And then the other two trees, pretty limited parts count, but I found that with these kits it really doesn't matter. It doesn't take a whole lot to make them look really good. Nice interior tub. Looks like it has a optional rear spoiler, so that's cool. You can build it stock or not. I'm going with the or not option. I'm thinking color wise, maybe something similar to that. Ooh, I mean, that kind of, you know, yeah, wrap. So, and the other parts on this tree are the underside suspension components, really pretty simple builds, but come out really nice because of the sharp details. Full engine kit for 18 bucks. I also thought, wow, this is going to be a great opportunity for me to see just how far off my scale is. I didn't print these, but I'm getting into the 3D printing. I've made some Volkswagen engines, an EcoBoost, a couple other some STL files that I found online. I'm just not positive about my scale, and this one you can see is that's just way too big. That's not at all 1/24th, and I mean, it almost looks too big for a 1/25th. So, you know, that's good. This will be a good representation. I mean, that looks spot on. These came from a particular seller on eBay that everybody knows. He makes some pretty good stuff. I mean, the details are just outstanding on his stuff. And I'm hoping to get that someday myself. So there's the full motor and the suspension, and then lastly the clear parts, one-piece windscreen, side windows, and rear window. Nice and easy to put in and not mess up. Some headlights, and I noticed the hood is clear. I've never seen that before, and that kind of makes me feel like, wow, I should do something cool with that, like maybe light up the engine bay or something, or I don't know. You got any ideas, you know, feel free to drop them down here in the comments, somewhere down there. I'm not sure where. So that about does it for the Tamiya 124th scale Skyline GTR. Stoked on this kit, absolutely stoked. This is going to be a upcoming build pretty soon. I've got quite a few projects going on right now. Maybe the most I've ever had at one time. And to be honest with you, I don't like it. I don't like it. It's just too distracting. My OCD's going into hyperdrive, keeping parts, you know, separate. What's for what kit, what goes where. It's just been, it's been kind of rough. So once I wrap these three up, I'll probably go back to, at the most, 2 at a time. I found that it's nice to have one curing while you're working on something else. You know, do a tear down or a sub-assembly on one kit and let the other one set up and dry. It's been a hard road for me to learn that. In the beginning, I would just, you know, paint it and then start playing with it that day, and it would lead to smudges and fingerprints and all kinds of nonsense. So I'm trying to operate a little bit of patience and, you know, work on 1 or 2 at the most at the same time. So that does it for this kit, this build. Give you a teaser of what's coming up with these 3 builds that I've got going at the same time. I've got a couple of Chevelles that, if you follow the channel, you know I like to do weathering and aging. So we've got this one that's a clean build. Wow, it looks pretty nice, looking pretty good. And then this guy, can you say rust bomb? Yeah, so that, and then the other one is a dragster magnum, or what I'm referring to as the dragnum.
That thing got a hammock.
This is gonna be pretty sick. So pretty stoked on how that paint came out. It was a nice test, and like I said, I will probably stop fiddling with it. I'll probably use that same theory, color technique on this Skyline. I mean, is that just not Scream aftermarket JDM paint, right? Either that or a color shift. I do have a nice color shift. I'll put a picture up of a car that I used it before. Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think. That about does it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.